and welcome to Neat and Not by the Sea. My name is Victoria.
Kia ora, my name is Catherine and my pronouns are she, her.
Welcome to our Flosstube. So if you are new, welcome back. If you're old, if you're a returning viewer, it is November the 21st-ish. Give it a day or two. My brain's gone to pot. We have got beautiful sunlight in the evening.
It is summer this evening.
And it's not even just faking myself that I didn't really have to, I could still see the road. And it was like, this is proper daylight.
It's proper daylight. It was winter in the day though.
Oh, it was very cold.
And it's now summer.
And last night we had a thunderous thunderstorm. Did you get that out here?
I don't know. My house is so well insulated. It has to be like completely over the top to hear it. Plus, I hear that it was about 9:30.
Yeah.
I may have been asleep already.
I was standing in the kitchen doing the dishes.
Oh, is that a really loud spot?
It was actually probably 10 o'clock. Quarter, sort of 10 to 10.
Dead to the world at that point.
And it wasn't so much the noise, it was the flashes, like lighting up the room's flashes.
Jealous. I mean, it might not have come all the way here. We are half an hour away. I do like a thunderstorm though, so I've missed out.
It was a very dramatic one last night, I think.
So nice.
So what have you been up to in the last, I think it's 3 weeks since our previous confessions?
I've just been living my best life.
Oh, you had a week off?
Have we not filmed since then?
No.
Oh, I had a week off. I had a lovely 2 days, actually. I had off Monday to Friday. Monday, Tuesday, stressed. Still a little bit highly strung from work, which is actually not me. Like, I don't really do that. But on Wednesday, I really was relaxed. And then on Wednesday, a lovely friend came to visit. I had 2 lovely friends visit. My friend Fiona, who I met thanks to the YouTube channel, and my friend Mariana, who I met thanks to both of us coming from Latin America. And both days were so lovely. It was just so lovely. And so there was lots of lovely things about it. Like, we looked at my garden, we talked craft, I showed them my studio, we had lunch, we crafted. With Fiona, we went to the transfer station. But then one of the things I loved the most about the day was when they went home, I gave them things from the veggie plot.
Oh, nice.
And that's like one of my life goals is to have extra to share. And it just feels like such a lovely thing to do with people. So we had a lovely time, and with Fiona, we went up shopping in the dump, the transfer station. For those that are elegant, we had such a good time.
Nice.
Fiona's a great rummager. Like when I give up, she'd be like, "I'm just roll my sleeves and have a good look." She found amazing treasures. And then she was really lovely and shared some with me. Like we cut up fabric so that I could have a little bit, which is now going into one of my quilts.
Lovely.
So that was really lovely. So that was Wednesday and Thursday. And then I just chilled for the rest of the week.
Nice.
It was wonderful. I didn't want to do 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do too much. Quite often I do too much. So
getting to that time of year where you feel a bit tired and everything's so busy, and it's nice just to actually have a bit of relaxing time.
Yeah, and I don't often have time to potter around the house. Like this weekend we're going away.
Oh, we'll have to.
Naseby and environs.
Lovely.
Yes. So that'll be fun. But yeah, so that was really lovely, and it was just really nice to craft and do stuff with friends, and it's just to chill. It was just so nice to chill, to not have to get up early.
Yeah.
The yoke of being forced to get up early by society. So that was one of the things I did. What about you?
So I had my week of Marie Talbot classes, so I'll show you those very much early starts for those pieces. I had a beading day where I finished a project, which you'll see in a moment.
On your own or with people?
With people for a bit. And then I cannot remember anything else that I have done. I know I've done some puzzles. I've done some sewing. And stitching, whatever.
Oh, embroidery.
Embroidery.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sewing, I'm thinking, ooh, Oh, what are you making?
No,
Yeah,
nothing,
okay.
nothing exciting like that. And I've done other stuff, but I can't remember it, so it can't have been that important, or it was very important. And if I offended anyone by saying that, apologies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did more stuff. I did I mean, I go to my fibre club, so that still happened.
Nice.
I had a lovely catch up with my other internet friend. I love calling these friends that I've met through the channel my internet friends. In my head, I'm like so cool, and my kids are like raised eyebrow. But yeah, I had a catch up with Kate, who I have met in Australia. So she's an in-person friend now, but she went to India after I went to India. So we actually, she's only just been back a few weeks, so we caught up and we talked all things India and like what was amazing about this and what was amazing about that, and we talked for almost 3 hours.
Lovely.
We had a Zoom catch up, so that was really wonderful. The other thing, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that my front garden is now all soil. There is no plastic tarpaulins down. We had tarpaulins down to get rid of the grass, kill the grass. So you know, plastic tarpaulins for a year, and then when you take that off, cardboard and then soil on top. So it should be okay. Ready to plant. I'm growing my list of plants that I want to have. And then last week, now that I've recovered, I've started having lunches with friends. So that's really lovely, because I always have lunch with friends. So I work 3 days from the office, and so I meet the same friends every day of my. Oh, that's a complicated sentence. Every day I have lunch with the same friend every week. So I have 3 friends that I see every week.
Yeah. Otherwise, so much time can slide past before.
Yeah, I'm a good friend. Like, I make time for my friends. I don't have many friends, but the friends I do have, I'm committed to. But I also have like sort of friends that are kind of colleague friends. Yeah. So I caught up and I had lunch with my ex-boss, who was lovely. She's moving out of Dunedin, so it's lovely to catch up with her. Although it always amuses me, why have I got friends that are not crafty? That was funny.
What's the point?
Yeah, and then I caught up today with another lovely friend, and you will hear about what happened when we caught up later on. Oh yeah, and I did my dolly.
I saw it posted. It looked beautiful.
Yes, that was really lovely, and the mum loved it.
Oh, that's so good.
And both daughters really liked it, so that was fun. I'm thinking of what else can I do in that space. So yeah, it's been busy, but it hasn't been super hectic. It just feels like it's a lovely pace.
Nice.
So yeah, just stuff like that.
Nice.
You know, reading. I actually read last night. Like, I chose reading over YouTube.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Well,
so yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've managed to watch the 2 seasons of the UK Traitors in the last 5 days. And usually it's not usually my sort of cup of tea, but I got quite addicted to it.
Yeah, I've never watched it, not really interested.
I didn't think I was either.
I caught up with another ex-boss today, he's now my boss's boss, he's not my direct boss. And he's also a fan of Fisk. Apparently a new season's coming out. I was very excited.
Excellent. I enjoyed this.
Because we talked about Utopia. I don't know if anyone's watched Utopia. Have you watched Utopia?
Yeah. Or at least I started. I don't know if I finished it, but
I could only watch 1 episode. It was just like too close for comfort. It's like, it's another government department. I just cannot. So I watched 1 episode. By Fisk, I adore. So that was great. So that's it, really. Yeah, big plans for the holiday, but we'll talk about that at another point, because we haven't booked the tickets yet. But Martin's doing research, so it's very exciting.
But this isn't Christmas. I'm sorry, you said holidays, and I'm thinking Christmas. This is your international trip next year.
Yeah. January. June.
I was going to say January. That's pretty quick.
No, after Christmas, Martin and I are going to Kaikoura.
Oh, lovely.
He tricked me because I don't like to do trips in the camper that are too far away. He once made me go all the way past Nelson. So there is like the tip of the South Island. There is a place that you get to, but you kind of have to go in and then come back out the same way. So he made me go there in a week, return trip. I was not impressed. So then we decided that this was a democracy and we had to take it in turns to choose. Yeah. So
and Kaikoura is a horrible day or a nice 2-day trip getting there. What are you doing?
But we're going slowly. So the goal is Kaikoura.
Yeah.
And we have a week.
Oh, not a week to get there and to get back. Just a week. That's nice.
But he tricked me because he said, what about Nelson? And I said, no. And he said, oh, what about Kaikoura? I said, all right then. Because I was like, I'm so generous and compromising. But he never wanted to go to Nelson. He wanted to go to Kaikoura.
She's like, this is how bad it could be. Yeah.
Well, because he'd said that, I was like, no, too far. So anyway.
Nice. Will you go whale watching?
No, he doesn't want to this time. He says, I've done it.
Oh.
He's done it a couple of times. He doesn't really want to do it by boat.
Yeah.
I'm not getting inside another helicopter ever in my life. And no, it's just about chilling. Like, we don't want to spend a fortune. The boat trips, I don't know. Probably when it comes to it, I'll be like, sweetie, you love this. You should go. Blah, whatever. So that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Have you got any FFOs or FOs?
No.
Well, I do.
Oh,
Something I prepared earlier.
One moment,
caller.
Oh, Martin has texted me and he says, please tell Victoria that I did see a crazy lady waving at me.
Yes, I passed him in the car, and because it's daylight, I could tell it was him.
Okay, let me just do the intro.
Yep. We have to do a whole rotation, people, so, you know, get a cup of coffee.
When is he going to start singing?
Oh, we should listen to this.
No, we've got to do it until... Oh, we could get into trouble with YouTube.
Oh. He just needs to say the first sentence.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Enough of this nonsense.
Enough of that nonsense.
I don't do Christmas. But I've seen one that says joy and I quite like it.
Oh, yeah. So.
I think it's hilarious that you made me do that.
Yes. I said, you have to find it on your phone. The Star.
Well, that was your grand finale.
That was the grand finale. I would say it was not as hard as I had anticipated, but it was time consuming.
Well, it's kind of at least twice the size of the others.
Yeah. And so the Star is new. Little Santa in his sleigh is new. Can I get it to focus? There he is.
Fantastic.
And sorry, I just got to put it back on. I managed to break it last time.
Do you want me to hold it and you use both hands?
That's right. That's why I've got nice big thighs. And oh, I've put the tree out. Which other one is new? I think the clock. And it has got a little bit of holly on the back.
Cool.
So those are the three that I had to finish. And now she is all completed.
Great. So you're celebrating Christmas now?
I am celebrating Christmas.
Great.
Oh, I lost my bag. That's it. That's my finish.
I was the worst at work. There was a survey sent around because we share a big building. How would you like the building to celebrate Christmas? I was basically saying, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I thought I'm just going to give my opinion because every opinion is valid, right?
Yeah. I've already got my next Christmas project lined up. Watch this space.
But not purchased?
Oh no, I think it was purchased today. Wasn't very expensive though.
It's all right. I'm not your mum, but your mum's watching.
Hi Mum. You will particularly love my next project.
I'm quite impressed that you finished it though.
Me too.
Especially because you didn't know. Well, you didn't know if you would like beading.
No. I really enjoyed this. I found having lots of little projects, so you sort of sat down and finished one in a sitting, was really great.
Cool. Very good.
And I'll be doing more beading.
Very good. Oh, I forgot my thingy. I'll get up after this. So that was an FFO.
Yep, I've got no other FFOs or FOs, so whoops.
So, oh no, but I do have, it is an FFO, so I'm going to bring it.
Oh.
Because you're not going to, I'm not going to feel left out. So, this is the last flag of the year.
Oh, so does that mean you've got 12 now?
Yeah. And Fiona and I are desperate to start the next year project. So we're very excited about it. But this is my last flag. And the clue was a special fabric or a fabric with a story. So this is all hand woven Guatemalan huipiles. So this is skirt fabric. And the skirt is like a big tube, really big tube that they do folds. So it folds a little bit, a little bit like a sari, the skirt bit. And this is a huipil, and this is the bottom of another huipil. And this is probably my favorite design. It's dyed with cochineal, and they do it in a way that they overladen it with cochineal dye, so that when they wet it and they bring it out, it weeps. They call it weeping. So I love that. And apparently it's to do with not being perfect. And I love the look of that. And on the back, I've got some fabrics that I just love. This is from an op shop. This was just an op shop blouse, but I love it. An op shop shirt, and I love this. I'm not a fan of paisley, but look, it is paisley, and I love this fabric.
Beautiful peacock colours.
And then this one is another shirt, secondhand. Everything is secondhand. Actually, even the huipiles are secondhand. I just love that fabric at the bottom as well. So cute. So anyway, I love it. It's all finished. I'm super pleased with it. And next year, if you want to join in with us, another friend of mine is going to join in with next year's project, hopefully. We're doing mini quilts.
You should do a little Instagram or a mini video of all 12.
Yeah, Fiona and I are coming together. We're hanging out next week, and we're going to decide how we're going to record it. We're going to do a little Flosstube extra with our 12.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It'll be her debut on YouTube.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes. So that's it as far as finished objects.
All right.
Okay, so what widths have you got?
So these are in the Marie Talbot classes. That was 3 classes with 3 different pieces. So I will start. I'll do each piece as one thing so you don't get terribly bored. So that's not it.
Also, it feels like you're achieving a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to finish them, it's
Even
like
though
3 different finishes.
Even though at the moment there's only about a dozen stitches on some of them. So this is the panel. This is the top of the box. So the on top of the lid. The top of the lid as opposed to the tree, which is the inside of the lid.
Yeah.
This is what Marie has on her box. But she's done something which I think is quite special. She's actually done a little bit of redesign. So Marie's from Australia. And so she's got an Australian galah.
She's got a bird.
Which is a bird. There's a little peace dove there.
That's a pink galah, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, a peace dove is obviously not Australian, but there's a peace dove and there's a squirrel. And what she's done for her New Zealand group...
Do they have squirrels?
No, but there's just a squirrel.
Okay. No, my question was, do they have squirrels in Australia?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And what she's replaced them with is this is the piece that I'm stitching on. So we've got a kia up here. We've got a kiwi that's replaced the squirrel. And we have a tui that has replaced the galah. I love the tui, I love the kia, and I love the kiwi. A bit sad that I don't get to do the squirrel, but he's on an animal panel, which I'm also going to be doing next year, so it's not a huge loss.
Is that a peacock?
That's a peacock.
Okay, cool.
So you know there's a peacock on the back?
No, I don't, but thank you.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen that panel for like 6 months. So.
Yeah, you haven't, I haven't memorised your project.
Yeah, so that's the start of a peacock there. This is his tail that's comes down. So... there he is in the photo.
Cool.
But isn't that cool? She's made especially fit. And this is the last class that she's teaching this casket for. Now, that's the start of the kiwi. All that white is felt. So that will eventually be covered in threads. And that is also some progress on the kia. So these are our test pieces or our samples.
Oh, I was going to say, why are you embroidering on the things? Because you do things twice.
Yeah, this is the samples. Are
you going to turn them into brooches or something?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to turn them into something, or whether it becomes little needle books or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was the first 2 days of class.
Cool, great. Because you're doing them separately, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have made progress. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't finish this. I almost finished it, I felt. Oops. My needle's trapped on both layers. So I think this one's the Consider the Lilies.
Ooh,
And I've almost finished the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
really
I love.
happy.
I think are these wee sort of? They're not sparrows, but they sort of look a little bit like sparrows.
They're not new.
They're not.
They're not new. But what is new is, can you help me so that I can point with one? So what is new is this tree thing I've just started, but what is new? What is new here? Oh, the birds are new. The bird's new. That's new. That's new. I think maybe even that one. I've done a lot here.
In a bit, so that they can. Oh, the bird's a peacock. Lovely.
Yeah, and I've done the other side as well.
It's looking so good.
I am so happy. I think the thing that makes it most special for me is the colours.
Yeah.
The colours are brought to you by laziness. Like, is it in my bag? I'm not getting up. Okay, I'll pick one of these colours. So, I am so happy. Oh yeah, I did my usual, because I'm not counting. Like, I've just given up on the idea of counting. I was like, nah, it's not happening. But can you see how these flowers are not the same? Brought to you by lack of counting. So I just can't be bothered.
Nice.
I'm sort of amused by this idea that people would care what was on the chart, because the chart is not displayed with the embroidery. It's like, who cares? It looks flowerish. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. But I really want to finish it now. I was quite cross because I actually did quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. But obviously it's hard to catch up. But maybe by next time.
I think definitely, like, I'm probably by next time, but I think definitely by the time you break up for finished work for the year.
That's like over a month away. But we'll see what happens,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, do you want to show your next one?
Sure. So the next two-day class was the monograms. So, this is the V and this is the R. Now, these photos are examples of her students' work, because she obviously hasn't stitched the whole
Alphabet.
alphabet. But they're amazing. But that's why the colour of this rose is different to the colour of these roses.
So you
People
got
have
VR
changed it a
because
bit.
that's your name?
Yeah,
Okay.
Monogram, your initials. So that's my first name, that's my last name.
Yeah. So
And
what did she do? Did she present you with that before you started the class, knowing what your name was? Or did she just come with a box of all the alphabet and hope for the best?
So she's been teaching these classes for 10 or 15 years. And so she's designed the monograms. She just hasn't stitched them herself. So I think the only letter she's never had to do is a Q. But she's got all of the other letters that she's designed.
So when you turned up at the class, did you say, come to this table and pick your letters?
No. So your Victoria, these are them. Your Shelley, these are yours,
Okay.
And
When
if
you
you
bought your
wanted them
pack.
different, you could have told her last time she was here.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Oh, so she gave them to you this week, not when you bought the kit?
No. These are all new things
Okay.
that we've just received.
How big is it?
So these go on the inside of the doors. So the two panels that I have finished are...
Gosh, they're big.
So there's the V and there's the R. So you can see I've fully tacked down the R felting, and I've even started a bit of the satin stitch down here.
Gosh, they are big.
And then for the V, I'm only halfway through the tacking. That's why it still looks a bit rough. But I started the flower on this one because I thought I'd finish it quicker, but I still didn't get it finished.
And you do that in class, or you've done it since you finished?
All class.
Nice.
So that was the second lot of 2-day classes.
Cool. Beautiful.
And that is all the panels for the casket. Now it's just the casket.
What about that one?
It's not the casket. It's like a casket toy. Goes inside the casket, but it's not the actual panels on the casket.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's the end of embroidery for me. I have been doing a lot of quilting. That's why not as much progress as I wanted. I am slightly obsessed. So I've got one quilt that is called Tumbling Blocks.
Ooh.
And for some reason, I think this one I'm not going to put together until all the sections are done. So these are the tumbling blocks. It's not helpful when they're not pointing the right way. I want you to get the effect of the tumbling block.
So
See how they
cool.
tumble, these 3D cubes? 3D cubes. I am so happy with this project. It's very, someone said once to me about potato chippy. It's very potato chippy.
Nice. Sometimes that's great.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the time that's great.
yeah, yeah. And also it's fun to like choose your colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been like the fun of cutting, then the fun of tacking, then the fun of
Yeah.
stitching together. So that was that. And I had to get myself organized because I kept losing track. So in my head, I've cut everything I need, but it can't possibly be right because it involves maths. So I calculated how many tumbling blocks I needed for a queen size. So theoretically, this plus what I have is enough. That can't be right. So I might have to print more out, but it's okay. But I do enjoy it. I do. And it's just so lovely to have like different fabrics with different memories. We were talking about it with Fiona about how as you get older, your memory changes. I think when you're younger, you're just like, having fun. And when you're older, you're like, oh, that was such a lovely day. I'll keep this bit of fabric to remember it. I've always been sentimental, but anyway. So that's that. I'm very happy with that.
So my next 2-day classes is this book that goes inside the casket. And this is a book that there'll be another class for it next time she's over, where we actually bind all the pages. So we're actually making the book. But what she'll have printed on the pages is the whole story of the casket and how she came up with the design and how it's evolved. And because this is her last lot of casket classes. So it's quite beautiful. It's only little.
How little is little? Oh, I can see it there. Yeah.
This is almost to scale. Maybe.
It's not tiny.
Well, it's little once you actually take it all off the frame and get rid of the waste. So the front and the back panel are identical, and then there's the spine. So I've started little bird there. We have done some laying of the gold thread. I've finished that little cornflower, and I've done the little green bit for those 2 cornflowers.
Nice.
So
I love a cornflower.
This is the only piece that really needs to be done for when she comes for her next lot of classes, which will be in May next
I want to
year.
see the cornflower. Also, I have to say, okay.
It's set and stitch.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of cornflowers because I love cornflowers. And I was admiring some on a walk. I made Martin cross the road. Because we have perennial cornflowers here. I'm not very good with cornflowers themselves, but and they look very similar, perennial and non-perennial. But I made him cross the road so that he would learn, but he hasn't. Do you get a choice of getting blank pages for the inside and you do your own story, or?
Yes, we could have gotten blank pages if we wanted to.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of bookmaking in the making world at the moment. It's kind of having a moment, so that's a fun
It's
thing
great.
to do.
Yeah.
No, it's really quite interesting to look at your face when you do this.
You don't put your glasses on and do this.
No, just in general, even like this, I can't, I'm kind of fuzzy. I don't look in the mirror very often, apart from when I'm doing my chin hairs, which I think everybody deals with, but most women don't want to talk about it, which I find interesting.
I find the best mirror to deal with your chin hairs and the hairs that come out of your moles that you don't see until you're like 2 inches long is...
I don't have those. I don't have
That you've
moles
seen.
particularly, but I don't have moles particularly. I'm not one of those people that have moles. So what's the best mirror?
For me,
the driving.
it is the mirror in the back of the lift, because I work on the top floor, get the lift every day. So if you've got no one there, I'm in the mirror checking it out.
Well, I went to the dental hygienist today. It has been, I don't know, because I've got an implant, and she said, it's important that you come however often, so turned up. And I made sure I defuzzed before.
Good job.
I've got this annoying chin hair, which has not realised this is not a chin. I did get it, but it's like, what is this feral behaviour
And
of my...
how do you not notice them until they're like this long?
I don't know, and I'm married. Like, I have theoretical people that are here to look out for me. Oh, it's funny. I'm always doing this, which I imagine other people are. The thing is, I No, my boss is younger than me. My ex-boss is younger than me. So when I see these people, I'm like, oh my God, your eyesight's not failing you yet. You can see the things I missed. God. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, my other quilt I'm obsessed with is this one, which is my Hexies. Now, the quilt that I showed, my hair looks fabulous today.
Does look good.
I wet it last night, but I didn't. I had a like shower, but no hair. I only wash my hair, which is lies. I don't wash my hair ever. I don't use shampoo or conditioner. I use water, but it just got slightly wet because I was having a body shower last night. And once you do that, it's just frizzy. So I have to use gel, but I don't because lazy. And so I just look like that lady today. Anyway. The project that I just shown, the quilt I've just shown you is with diamond shapes. And then I found this quilt pattern and it was with diamond shapes. And I was like, I just can't do two with diamond shapes. So then I amended it by cutting a diamond in half. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm obsessed with this project. The Hexies are all from doilies and tablecloths and tray cloths. They're all embroidered. I love them all. And this is now...
Oh wow, you've made huge progress.
So if you help me pull it slowly, this is now the width of my bed. And honestly, I was doing maths the other day. And I was really proud because, no, that's it, just rough and ready. I had like 180 Hexies. I was like, good. That's 4 rows. Because I had a moment where I was thinking, because I was under pressure, mostly from myself for the audit, and I think I did kind of over op shop. I mean, not in a wasteful way because I'm using it all, but you know, maybe there was a bit of manic about it. So my new rule is, I can op shop, but I op shop and then I cut it up and then I sew them. So we went, Martin and I spent a day in town a week ago or something like that, maybe last week, I can't remember. And it was just, it was incredible. I think the op shops had a day, I think it was last Saturday, where they opened up all the things that they've kept to one side for the end of the year. A lot of new stuff that got donated, all their Christmas decor. And I was just, it was just the amount of stuff. And I think it's because they had so much, the prices were really good. So I was picking up tablecloths and things for $2 and $1. A couple of tablecloths for $8 as well. Like, you know, it wasn't all super cheap. But when I got home, I was like, I'm not a hoarder. I am cutting these up and so I was so proud. I cut them all up. And then this is amazing. I'm sure this will make it finished. No, 4 rows.
Oh.
So this is one stack. Oh, and so for each one you get the tablecloth situation cut up and the hexie that is going to be sewn onto. And so that's one side. And that's another side. And I just thought it was incredible. I just thought it was incredible how much goes such a little way. Some of these things are so beautiful. And I was talking to a friend about them and saying how there's a number of, I'm trying to find one to show you. There are a number of tablecloths that are this sort of, it's like a greige, like a grey beige or a brown grey, something like that. But you need them because this quilt is so busy. You can't just have a riot of colour. You need moments where your eyes can rest. It looks so pretty. So pretty. Anyway.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
The bit that we were held up and was passed before still has its paper on. At what stage do you remove the paper?
You can remove the paper as long as it's surrounded by other pieces with paper.
So all the pieces in the middle you could technically
Yeah.
remove, but keep the bits
Yeah.
that you're sewing onto.
But that's also like a thing. So I think I'll just keep going until it gets.
Don't get too annoying.
it's more firm now because it's got all this paper. So at some point I might choose to remove it just for ease. But yes, I am super happy. And I bought a couple more tins. So this is a new tin that I picked up at the op shop. And I've got a couple more because Martin's so patient. Martin doesn't like mess. My house is always messy because I'm either tidying up to put some projects away or bringing things out to sort out new projects.
Or in the middle of things, like we're at a stage, it's not ready to go away yet.
Yeah. But he does love what I make. And he gets that like gushy older man thing. It's like, I love that you make it. I just think it's amazing that you can make these things. So I get forgiven.
Lovely.
But, you know, boy, he would love a tidy house that he's never going to have. Although we did, oh my God, we had a moment, Victoria.
Ooh.
Because I've been up shopping, right? And there was like, oh my God, the most beautiful china that I couldn't leave behind. Anyway, I brought it all home and he was like, I thought we were going to get rid of things, not keep bringing things in. So I had to go through the house because he wasn't putting his foot down because Martin wouldn't know how to put his foot down mostly. But he was kind of like, really? And he dusts. I don't dust this house. Don't believe in dusting for myself. I don't think he should dust either, but I do get allergies. So anyway, the bottom line is that I went through the house and I spent an afternoon trying to figure out what I could possibly remove from the house that wouldn't break my heart.
Yeah, because you've already sort of downsized it when you moved.
I know. But see that bag there?
Yep.
That's all going to the op shop. In fact, have a look through, see if you want any of these things
Awesome.
before you go.
Thank you.
But yeah, I was like my little heart.
Oh,
But I love the new china that I bought.
lovely.
So anyway, so we laughed. Yes, and then after I've done that, and of course then I want clapping. I'm like, look, darling, I have removed 2 things.
I've got 2 bags in and I've got 1 bag out.
Not quite, but then I got influenced by Kate. I'm not sure if I got influenced by Kate, but that's my excuse. And been thinking a lot about my collection of textiles. I've now displayed about 9 textile pieces from India on the house, like there.
Lovely.
That's new, and there.
Lovely.
That's new. I've added a second layer to my bedroom curtain.
I saw that in your thing. It's beautiful in
Yeah.
your thing on your Insta.
And all the other bits and bobs. And
Now, has the last time we filmed, you had just ordered something? Yes. Has arrived? Excellent.
it has arrived.
Excellent. That's coming. Am I jumping ahead?
You're jumping ahead.
Okay.
But I've got, yeah, so that's it about the 3 quilts. That's what I've been working on. I now have sort of acquisitions. One thing I bought and one thing I was given by my friend today.
Lovely.
Just lovely. So do you have anything to show apart from acquisitions?
I'm done.
No acquisitions?
No acquisitions.
Look how proud her little face. we did hear that she ordered something. Anyway.
Yeah. But you have to wait for that.
Yeah. This arrived
Because if it's
really
not as
quickly,
cool as I
though.
think it's going to be, you won't see it.
Where is it coming from?
I'm not entirely certain.
You ordered something you don't know where it's coming from?
No.
Did you order online?
Yes, I did.
So where's the website?
It must be US. It must be US.
Victoria, you have to check the safety of a website.
Oh, it looked legit.
Okay.
They had colour options. I'm sure it's fine.
It's funny because like last year Martin ordered some trainers. Well, those woolen trainers. What are they called?
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
Something with wing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a New Zealand brand. They're not made in New Zealand anymore, but it's a New Zealand brand, and they're trainers made with wool. So it's like a felted trainer, and they're very comfy if you have bunions, which bless him, he has. And he was like, "Oh, I got this advert, and so I ordered." They never arrived.
Oh.
They were so much cheaper than they normally are, and they never arrived. But then this random ring arrived, and he was like, "I didn't order this." I was like, "Oh, sakes."
I ordered some jandals and got a wallet to do it.
Be ethical. Buy from good websites. Good Lord. Anyway, I bought this from a company called Vanata Textiles, and she's
Where are they from?
London. She lives in London. And she's a textile dealer. all sorts of things, but she also makes it because she keeps posting things she's making. She's making her Christmas decorations, and they're all like felted elephants and stuff like that. I
Beautiful.
was like, oh, okay, you're a maker as well, great. Anyway, so this is a canter. Dun, dun.
It's beautiful.
So I remember I did my Indian thing, and they talked about canters, and my daughter-in-law. So canters come from what is now Bangladesh, but also that side of what is now India, the side that's next to Bangladesh. So it's that area as well as Bangladesh, because, you know, partition. And these were folk textiles made by mothers and grandmothers for their family. So this is a baby cot blanket, like a Moses blanket. And they're made with saris, layered saris. And, you know, they get darned and stuff. Oh gosh, you can really see. Can you see?
Yeah, you can see
The bits that are threadbare. Can you see how
you can
that's-
see it in the front too.
Yeah. And they use the different stitches, but I just
Beautiful.
love, I mean, I think these things are beautiful anyway. You know my taste. I don't really like perfection, and I like folk work. But this is hilarious. It's got a nipple. Is it on that side? This is the side. Like, it's got a swirly nipple. And the ends are all a little bit like that. So I think what's happened is that when they've done these circular stitches, they've started from the outside of the circle and worked their way in, so it scrunches it in. But I am the perfect recipient for that because I think they're magnificent. And so these arrived as antiques, as vintage. And I actually don't think this. So I've got a canter on my bed currently because, you know, I'm too cold. I'm still using quilts because, you know, it's only summer adjacent at the moment.
It is only summer adjacent.
But then I was still a bit too cold because really Martin feels that I have too many layers on. So we removed one layer and I was like, now I'm cold. So we put one layer back. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4 quilts on, whatever. He has two on. And one is a canter from Bangladesh, but a contemporary one, beautifully made by silk, whatever. It was a beautiful gift from my daughter-in-law's parents. So that was a lovely gift, and it's a canter. It's like, yay, love it. But I also have a canter that I just bought online from eBay, and it's what they make for people that like textiles. So you just buy them online. They're made for people as a commercial product, as for income. They're not made for families and then someone finds them and then you buy them. No, they're made for tourists in effect. They still have the beautiful aesthetic of the colors and stuff like that. But in fact, when Fiona was here, I was like, yeah, they're just made for tourists really, or for foreigners. And I said, even a big element of canter is darning, because the cloth is too precious to be throwing away because it's got a little nick. You would just fix it. I said, but I think these patches, I think they're fake patches. And she kind of lifted one because it's starting to come undone. And the fabric's perfect underneath. Anyway, I love this. So what I was going to say, I didn't, so this would have been a home textile. And at some point someone's got rid of it and it's ended up in the hands of a textile dealer. But I think with postage, it was $200. I think that's perfectly reasonable for a vintage, authentic textile. So I'm very happy. So I haven't put it away because I want to look at it. I should put it at the bottom of my bed. I follow an account on Instagram. Okay, can I just say? And this account was advertising other accounts. Mm-hmm. And I said to Martin, I think you should be grateful that I am only a maximalist adjacent. Because there was this bedroom photograph, and honest to God, they had so many pillows on the bed. It was almost at the foot of the bed.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. I've seen 6 cushions and pillows. No, this was like literally almost at the foot of the bed. I was like, I don't do that. I have quilts though. Do you love?
It's beautiful. I do love.
I love it. And then I thought, oh, if I have grandchildren, they can use it because, you know, they're for being used. But then they have to give them back to me. Yeah. So that's that. And then I'm not going to show you all of this because I'm going to make a little video. I promise I will make a little video.
Ooh.
But I had lunch with this friend Judith, who's very lovely. I love strong women. She's a strong woman, so I think she's great. She thinks I'm great too, so that pleases me. You hold them up so you can see how many I got. And she was being apologetic and saying, oh, I don't know if you really want them. I was like, give them here. I have to show you some of these because some of these are so special. I want you, even if you don't watch the little video.
That one's beautiful.
I know. So bring it closer. As a surprise.
I've got big man hands.
As a surprise.
That's almost yeah.
Women can have big hands as well, you know, and just be called women hands.
I've got big women. I've got big hands. I'm just saying I've got big
You
hands.
actually don't have big hands.
I do. Because you got a hand compared to my hand.
Yeah, but I have little hands.
No, I've got big hands.
Okay.
I can never find gloves. That's how I know I've got big hands. I have to go to the men's section for gloves.
Because you're not a knitter.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at this beauty of a tablecloth. Just observe the tendrils.
It's just gorgeous.
The tendrils. Amazing. I was like, oh, this is going to be a tablecloth. This is never getting cut
I was going to
up.
say it's
Too beautiful. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to show you all, but I want to show you a couple of pieces because they were just too special. Ooh. This one might become a blouse.
That's pretty.
Okay, so that's that. Oh, you put them on top?
Yeah. Did you want them back out again?
Yeah. No, just wait there. Very beautiful pastels. Very lovely. Oh, I had a cheeky visit to an op shop today before my dental hygienist appointment because I was too early. I got 2 pillowcases, machine embroidered, but they look pretty, so I am going to use them in my quilt. I had a lovely time with because I car share, and today was my turn to drive, and I was with my friend Maria, and she's not a maker, so because she's not a maker, she thinks making is magical.
It's magical.
But she's like, it was so adorable because she knows Judith, who had given me the things. So I was talking to her and I was like, she gave you this? And because she's not a maker, she was like turning things over and, oh, what's this stitch? And look, oh, she was patient. Look how she's done this. And it was so lovely. I felt like I had to pay her for like giving me airtime. It was very lovely. Oh yeah, these 2. And that one. But there was one that was just like, she didn't want to give it up. I was like, I know where you live. If this is not in the pile when I get home, right, you can have these now. And I am going to do a video, if I can be bothered. I'm having a moment with the YouTubes because it's work. This will be last. Okay, I want to talk to you about the romance of an unfinished piece. I love an unfinished embroidery. It just makes me so happy. Look at that. Oh, I just think of the story. What happened? Were you embroidering and then suddenly he proposed and you were like, sod this, I'm focusing on my wedding?
Or did you have like 20,000 new projects to work on and you just, you know?
Women didn't back then. They wouldn't have been the man. Linen was expensive. Or did you do this because your parents wouldn't let you get a job, but you nagged them to death and eventually they did? And you were like, I've got a job now, I don't have to embroider. So anyway, I loved it. Love it. And it's got the label. I mean, how cute is that? It was a project called Amaryllis. Doesn't really look like an amaryllis, as I understand an amaryllis to be, but you know, lovely. So that was one. And then this one, because I love this stitch. This buttonhole stitch is one of my fave. I'm not sure if I can bring myself to cut this one. Quite a lot of these are stained, so one beautiful. Is hoping, I know. But I'm torn because like, okay, it's beautiful and now it lives in my box of collected textiles. Don't know, but anyway, very beautiful. Look at it. I mean, it's gorgeous. Love it. And of course, orange. Who doesn't love orange? So that one. And then this one is stunning. My friend will never watch this, so I can say this and still change my mind. I might make a brooch for this friend, Maria. She wears brooches a lot.
It would make a beautiful brooch.
It would make a beautiful brooch. I know what she would like the brooch to be made of, but I'm not giving her that one. And then this hanky It is like a man-sized, the old-fashioned man-sized handkerchief.
Could be a woman-sized one too.
No, but I think this is man's because women had prettiness and this is very plain. But look at this. Initials DB. So that could be my stepson, David Bainbridge.
Ooh.
Does he deserve this though? Will he appreciate it?
No.
He won't, will he? No. He won't, and I don't want to give it up if someone's not going to appreciate it. But it's so beautiful. I love it. And in my heart, I want to give it to him, but then say to his wife, if he doesn't appreciate it,
she
can
would
you just give it
appreciate
back?
it.
She would appreciate it, but these are not her initials.
Yeah.
She totally would appreciate it. So I'm thinking about it. But this is the pièce de résistance. And I hadn't seen it initially. That is the most adorable thing in the history of adorable embroideries.
It's so cute.
It's a little Scotty dog. And they enters to a cottage and some hollyhocks and a window and some blue flowers.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful. And I'm not a
I
Scottish
was gonna say, I
person
didn't think you would particularly go for the dog.
But this is like super cute.
It is super cute. And I love the paving in that hexagonal stitch.
Yeah, they've even bothered with the paving.
It's very cute.
I mean, I can't even see it properly, to be honest. Look, my eyes, I look tired. It is so flipping beautiful. It's actually not even perfectly embroidered. There's nothing
close.
No, but there's nothing. It's all satin stitch.
Yeah.
And this other one, whatever that stitch is, the hexagonal bit.
I think that's just done satin stitch too, and like a back stitch.
It's just incredible. So pretty. Anyway, this was all from my lovely friend that I hadn't seen her for a few months because life's busy. But you know, she's living her best life because she's retired. But
I also like the Briscoes bag.
Is this Briscoes?
Oh, it's Briscoes.
She gave it to me.
On it. It's lovely.
I might have to return it because you know things get precious with bags now. Now it's not easy to get hold of bags. But anyway, I did say that if she wanted me to make something for her grandchildren, I would be happy to. It's like, why am I so lucky that people give me such beautiful things?
Because people will know you'll appreciate them and find a use for them and think it's better than having them in the drawer where they've been for the last
It was a
20 years.
rhetorical question, but I get to be the lucky one.
You do.
It's amazing. So, that was it. I mean, I'm sure we've done lots of things that we've forgotten about.
Yeah. What's your plan for the next 2 weeks?
Quilt, but also, I really would like to finish that, the cross stitch pattern, but then I still have to do the hemming, you know, with the drawn thread.
Have you not done it for that one?
No. I've done, the ones that I've done, I did them after I kind of started. It's like I've never prepared a cloth by doing it and then embroidering. Well, you know me, I'm hardly methodical in my private life. I'm very methodical at work. Yeah. So yeah, doing that. We forgot to talk about, I can't say that now. I'll tell you next time.
Okay.
I can see my new tins. I'll show you my new tins after. Oh, I'll tell you another thing I've been doing. I've been collecting my calendula flowers for dyeing.
Oh, nice.
So I will be doing some dyeing over the next few weeks. So that's on the list. But really, hold me to my finishing
your own cross stitch. Yeah.
And then just one cross stitch, so it's done. And then I am doing the quilty.
Nice.
So what about you? What are you focusing on?
So it has to be the book. So the book needs to be done for next class. So that's going to be my core focus.
Which is when?
At May. But I would like to get the book bit finished hopefully by Christmas or at the end of my Christmas break. So it gives me 6-8 weeks, which should be doable.
Oh yes, because you get 3 weeks off, don't you?
Yeah. So that's the aim. And I'm heading up to Waimate on Saturday. My little baby niece has just turned 1.
Is she having a little party?
No, they weren't having a party. I sort of invited myself and then the rest of my family up there. They're so lucky. I did say before you say yes, this is because I said, are you doing anything this Sunday? Before you give the answer, please realise I'm, trying to get an invite, or I'm about to invite myself and probably the rest of us.
That's cute. Parents love people coming to adore their babies.
Oh, well, I wanted to get her, give her a birthday present before, because it's so close to Christmas. And she's 1, she has no idea what's going on.
She has no idea. We gave Sophia a box.
Oh, nice.
She loved it. That was her best present ever. Martin was very good, and he specifically went to the stores in the hospital that he worked in to get a good size box.
Good, like, was it a fridge, like a massive box?
No, not a fridge, but probably as tall as someone her age, a 1-year-old.
We used to have
Which would have
great
felt
times with
amazing.
fridge boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, so and people were mortified that that's all we gave her. It was like, it was for Christmas, her first Christmas. But it was like, she's going to love this.
Yeah.
And she did. So, what are you giving her? Have you bought it already?
I have bought it already. They're a Montessori approved toy or recommended toy. Anyway, little farm animals that pull apart in 2 pieces. So you can sort of mix and match the cow with the horse, and
Wooden?
that's not how it goes. No, they're plastic.
Oh.
But they're very cute.
Nice. Very good. Get her a box as well.
Yeah, that's just that's a great idea. Where am I going to
She'd
get a good
love a
box
box.
from?
Anywhere?
Yeah. No, but you think you go to the supermarket now and get boxes, and they've like craft knifed an edge out of it. It's alright, I'll find a box.
Oh, boxes are just the best gift. Kids love them. And then at the end when they're tired, they just sit in them.
No, we were very much of the playing with boxes. Kids, we used to make robot costumes and
Oh yeah. But that's when
out
you're
of
a
the
bit
fridge
older.
box.
When
Yeah,
you're a bit older.
yeah, not when
Yeah.
you're just, oh my gosh, I'm just going to sit in it and push it around and put the cat in it.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing for them. Because it would be like us getting a box as tall as we are.
Still amazing.
I just don't want to do the climbing.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, but I will be back, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, so things that might be important.
Mm-hmm.
29th of November, if you're in Dunedin, we're doing a vigil for Palestinian people murdered. Come. And if you come, find me and say hello. I'd love to see that people that view the podcast go to the marches and come to these things. So that would be lovely. I'm also thinking of doing like dolly quilts for Palestinian fundraiser. I was thinking of doing a stack. If anyone out there would be interested in a dolly quilt for a donation to Palestine, let me know. I can fit it in. I mean, I'll have to put like the cleaning on hold, but I'll fit it in.
You'll sacrifice that.
I'll sacrifice the cleaning. I never do cleaning. There's no sacrificing to do. Martin did say, thanks for washing up. He's gone out without washing up. It's really a shocker. So that, and then we're going to do one in December, aren't we?
I think so. I imagine there'll be at least one more before Christmas, probably 2. Maybe.
Today's the 20th. Yeah, so
21st.
that takes us to like
So the next
the
one will
1st. No, they're like the 5th,
The 5th,
something like
yeah.
that. And then the 20th.
be... Maybe.
So
We'll see you
definitely
again before
one.
Christmas.
We think once. If we don't see you before the 15th, there is another Palestinian protest on the 15th of December. I know this ahead because Martin and I are trying to plan weekends away, but I don't want to be away when they're doing the marches. So come to those. If you're nervous of coming to a protest, let me know. You can come with me. It's very friendly. In fact, someone that has never been to a Palestinian protest march came, and I know her. And so we had a chat, and she said to me, "It's very peaceful." I was like, "Yes." People are friendly. I was like, yes. So don't be nervous. If you're nervous of coming for those reasons, come. They're great. People are friendly and it's very peaceful. Certainly very peaceful in Dunedin. Probably not in places like Germany. They're definitely not peaceful in places like Germany, unfortunately. But we don't have... Am I fair in saying we don't have police brutality in New Zealand?
Yeah. Yes, when you think of police brutality, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think... Have you come across many... confrontational people like fighting back, not fighting back, that's the wrong word.
We've had 1 or 2 people come and shout the wrong thing. And we like vice versa. Or exactly. They really don't have a leg to stand on. So not really. We have had Jewish speakers come and speak and you know, say that they hadn't realized either, and how they've changed over the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, and they've understood what was happening and that sort of thing. And that's one reason they left Israel and that sort of thing. So it is a very nice, it's a very nice space. People are very warm. And you definitely feel safe. You don't feel unsafe. So if that's your concern, don't be concerned. It's not like that at all. Anyway, all that to say, I'm going to be working, I'm going to be crafting, and maybe marching as well. Those are my goals in life.
Excellent. So we will see you sometime again before Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy day.